Hey, I'm Fight the Flat Earth and welcome back to the channel that removes all the warning labels and lets stupidity sort itself out. Before we get going, there's a couple of people that have been contacting me a lot and they're great fans of mine, so I promised them that they could get some screen time in this video. Danny Boy, Del Boy, why don't you tell the people who your favourite YouTube channel is?
Fight the Flat Earth! Fight the Flat Earth!
Fight the Flat Earth!
Fight the Flat Earth! Fight the Flat Earth!
Fight the Flat Earth!
Fight the Flat Earth! Fight the Flat Earth! Fight the Flat Earth! Fight the Flat Earth!
Fight the Flat Earth!
To save the day!
Aw, thank you boys. So nice in fact that I'm going to make this episode of Flerfs Idiots about Daniel Pratt and the next one about Del. At this point, we all know that flat earthers are stupid as fuck. But sometimes I have to wonder how these morons have managed to make it all the way to adulthood. The thing is that they're so stupid that they think they're smart, and happily put that stupid on display for the rest of us to mock. One of the most prolific posters of stupidity, when he's not busy hacking up a lung, is known as Daniel Pratt. A man so brilliant that he disproved gravity with a rusty barbecue and a plastic tube filled with fluid of some kind.
My fingers, which are on the higher side away from Earth, touching Earth. Yet that's got way less water in it. Why is that? Touching nothing, touching Earth, touching nothing, touching Earth, touching nothing, touching Earth. What the? My camera's tripping.
Genius. To see a full breakdown of Pratt's barbecue stupidity, check out Radical the Unhallowed Knights video. So, on with the stupid. This is episode 22 of Flerfs Are Idiots. Daniel Pratt.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Thanks for joining me once again as we dive into the boundless pits of human stupidity. Daniel Pratt, in fact, makes those pits overflow. The claims he makes are some of the most ridiculous I've ever heard. So I asked him to join me for a debate on the subject, and I think I triggered him as this was his response.
I won't debate you, because that's all you can do is debate, because you have zero scientific factual evidence. What I'd like is for once, for your bald-ass, cross-eyed, mongoloid-looking ass to provide actual scientific method-based proof of your bullshit globe.
He's a nice guy, huh? His insults don't even make sense because I'm not cross-eyed, and I know back then my head was shaved, but my wife tells me that I'm not allowed to do that again. So you won't debate me. Fine, I'll just mock you relentlessly for the next 10 to 20 minutes, but first I'm going to tell you about the experiment I'm doing. So then you've got no excuse not to debate me. On July 27th, me and Scientific American contributing editor George Musser will be doing a worldwide collaborative science experiment, as people all over the Earth repeat Eratosthenes' experiment at solar noon and measure the angle of a shadow cast by the sun with a stick. I'll be live streaming the entire day to collect data in real time and programming the data points onto a globe model and a flat model. Then I'll be able to determine if the sun is small and local or far away. If the Earth is flat, then this experiment will show it. So I invite everyone, including flat earthers, to get involved and add their data points to the experiment. I need as many people as possible doing the experiment, recording, live streaming, posting to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and anything else. If you want to get involved in any way, then email me at fighttheflatearth@gmail.com and I'll get back to everyone within the next week and organise groups, etc. But for now, let's listen to Danny Boy say some stupid stuff, then I can tell you why he's wrong and how much of a dumbass he is. Well, guys, you know the drill by now.
Wait. As in W-E-I-G-H-T. Wait a second. Gravity, wait a second.
I bet he's really proud of that joke. Look at him, giggling to himself. Come on, Danny Boy, get to your point. How badly wrong can you get weight and gravity?
What's the story again we're told? Weight is the an object being pulled towards Earth by gravity is what causes its weight, right?
That's not a story, dude. That's exactly right. You know, you're acting like you know what you're talking about.
What goes up must come down, right? Wrong. why does everything fall down, not up, right?
Well, that didn't last long. You've reverted to stupid really quickly. Yes, what goes up must come down. And things don't just fall, they accelerate. And that needs a force.
If weight is determined by the force of objects going down, why does a helium balloon fall up? Is it your contention that a helium balloon has no weight?
No, you moron. What would happen if that helium balloon was in a vacuum with no air to create a buoyant force? Look at this video from the Action Labs, clearly showing a helium balloon sink when there is no air, meaning it will register a weight on the scales.
I'm trying to turn it off right before they pop. Oh, that one fell. See? Stop floating. And... oh, they both fell. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome.
Okay, then put a 1 pound weight on a microgram scale, tie a helium balloon to it, and tell me that weight still weighs 1 pound.
Okay, that weight still weighs 1 pound. There, you happy?
Wrong.
No? No, fine. Just go to the remedial classroom and have it explained there. What? Teach you something? Why? What's the point? You'll just say I'm indoctrinating you, or maths isn't reality, or just misunderstanding some other moronic way. I mean, look at Mr. Lemonbird. He had 2 debates in a row, against MC Toon and then Fight the Flat Earth. He was shown a mountain of evidence both times, and still thinks we live on a magic frisbee created by some birdie bloke in the sky. It's pointless. Fine, alright. So, what is weight? Well, weight is mass times the gravitational acceleration. What? No, I don't mean the swirling vortex energy ether, whatever the fuck that is. Just shut up and at least pretend you're paying attention, Mr. Pratt. The gravitational acceleration on Earth is approximately 9.8 meters per second squared. This is referred to as 1g, meaning your weight on Earth is your mass times 1g. On the Moon, the gravity is approximately 0.16g, or 16% of Earth's gravity. So that means on the Moon, you would weigh your mass times 0.16g, which is 1.6 meters per second squared. What, Mr. Pratt? Oh, well, maybe if you took off that stupid hat, you could hear me. No, I'm not saying it again. Get out. Please, just leave me alone.
Technically, if the balloon has weight that counters the 1 pound weight, so obviously it has weight, it's falling up, isn't it? And always falls up.
No, it's not falling up. It's reacting to the net sum of forces, including that ever-present downward acceleration of gravity. That never goes away. And that's what gives that 1 pound weight, its weight.
Let me ask you something. If we're in a great expansive vacuum, but luckily gravity can hold the air to Earth, why are there numerous gases that are lighter than air? How do they exist on this planet?
Okay, so now you're saying that no gases can exist that are lighter than air? Where the hell did you make that jump from? No, you idiot. Let me try and break this down so that even you can understand. Take this helium balloon. Because the air has a gradient, even over the length of this balloon, that means that there is more of a force from the air pressure acting on the bottom of the balloon than at the top. And as the balloon is lighter than air, that pushes it up. But this whole process is dependent on gravity pulling down the air. The same thing applies to everything that's lighter than air. The air pressure from the gradient will push it away from gravity.
Fill a balloon with helium and take a gander at how quickly it rises away from you. So gravity is not holding it anywhere. So how is it the vacuum of space hasn't evacuated this entire Earth of it?
Really? Why haven't all the gases evacuated into space? Do I really have to do this? Over to you, Desert File.
Gravity, you fucking retard! Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity! Gravity!
Yes, gravity, that's right. It's still pulling those gases down.
Number one, show me any of them ever falling back down to Earth.
Sure, no worries. Watch this helium balloon sink.
This is a helium fuel balloon that sunk, and we let air in back, it rises up. Okay? And then if we pull out the air again, we pull out the air again. So we are going to pull out the air again and let it sink. Can you see it sank?
And two, how are any of these gases existent? If indeed the vacuum of space supposedly gradually evacuates the atmosphere of Earth of air, how is it doesn't much more rapidly, if not instantly, evacuate all of the gases lighter than air?
I don't want to panic you, Danny boy, but you're actually right. The Earth does lose gases to space. Approximately 95,000 tons of hydrogen every year. But that's about 0.00000000000000000001% of our supply. So, don't panic. You really are stupid, huh? Let's give you the litmus test for stupidity. Daniel, if I have a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1, what are the internal angles? Yeah, I didn't think so. Right, let's see what other stupid he has to laugh and point at.
Gravity has nothing to do with relative density. Trust me, okay? See, because this lighter and this paper, they're really falling at the same rate. Oh, oops. Yeah, but if I put them in my unicorn's butt, then they'll fall at the same rate. Really? Because all I gotta do is change the relative density of the paper, and they fall at the same rate. Huh. Go figure.
Whoopsie Dan, you said a stupid. Yes, you did change the density, as density is mass per unit volume. But do you think there's anything else happening there? No, of course you don't think. Well, anyway, take this piece of paper and this crumpled up one. What is the major difference here? Come on, Dan, it's not hard. Okay, you Pratt, I'll tell you. This piece of paper has a much larger surface area, which means there is more area for the air to push against and cause resistance. Air resistance, also referred to as drag. You got any more science?
Alright. So I just had someone come leave a comment. I'll forever become a flat earther if just one flat earther can answer this question for me. Tell me if you had $1 for every fucking time you've read that sentence on YouTube.
Well, number one, Danny boy, I doubt you can read. And number two, if you had $1, then Team Skeptic would have sued your ass for it.
Okay, so his genius question. Why can no one in the southern hemisphere see Polaris if the Earth is flat, but everybody in the northern hemisphere can?
I mean, it's a fair question, and not once has a flat earther ever come up with an acceptable answer. Let's hear your attempt so that I can mock you some more.
Okay, if I'm at the North Pole, the basic flat Earth model, I don't propose to know any model.
And I really don't get that with you clowns. How in the name of Sagan can you dispute the demonstrable facts of our reality when you don't even have a model to explain your bullshit? There is a model that works. We use it all the time. And there is nothing that it can't explain. Just because you don't understand it doesn't make it fake. It just makes you a fucking idiot.
But if you assume the North Pole is in the center, as most flat earthers do.
Quick, Dan, hurry up. It sounds like your carer has noticed that you've escaped again. And they're looking for you. Finish your bullshit before they find you.
So as I'm at the North Pole, looking at Polaris, I'm looking straight up, right? So to go south on the flat Earth model, I just have to go straight backwards.
Or straight forward, or to your left, or your right. You're on a spheroid, remember? Whether or not you want to understand it doesn't really matter. It's still true.
So, as I continue to go backwards, Polaris is going to start coming down in the sky, farther, 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 until eventually I'm looking at it on the horizon. So eventually it's going to get eclipsed by the vanishing point.
Oh, you were doing so well until you said vanishing point. Oh, and the word is further, not farther. If it gets covered by the horizon, that's because you've gone to the other side of the planet.
And even if that doesn't happen, with all the refraction and bullshit you people scream about the water tests and water being level that you deny in itself, but you're going to accept this and become a flat earther forever, right? Like I told you in the comment, look at a light bulb through one pane of glass. You see it perfectly clearly. You see the light, right? Now look at it through 10,000 panes of glass, which is no different than thousands of miles of thick, dense atmosphere.
The only thick and dense thing here is you, mate. A major flaw in what you just said is that we have a pressure gradient. So that means the atmosphere gets thinner as you raise in altitude. Meaning your glass analogy is as stupid as you.
Just like you fucking morons that come and try to pretend that a local small sun moving away from you in the sky is going to look any different than a ball rotating away from another ball 93 million miles away. It is the same visual perspective.
And you said another stupid. You're really good at that, huh? If we're such morons, then how can one of us, specifically Red's rhetoric, easily disprove the notion of the sun moving away from us on a flat plane by showing that the angular size of the sun does not change throughout the day? Take it away, Reds.
My conclusion should be obvious. The angular size of the sun does not change throughout the day. That nail in the flat earth coffin is legitimate.
Well said, Reds, and that's all the stupid for today. But before we go, I want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons. Your support allows me time to focus on my channel and do what's important, bringing you great content and fighting the flat earth. I want to say an extra massive thank you to my $200 patrons, Christopher Kane and Jeffrey Sloan. If you'd like to join and become part of the FTFE team, go to patreon.com/FTFE. And thank you. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe if you're not already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of my live streams or premieres, including my new Monday night debates. And remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.